All right, good morning, everybody. We're about to get started right now in just a couple of seconds. Today's Friday, uh, May 1st, a whole month of being locked down due to COVID-19, or a little over a month actually, month and a half um, since the lockdown of COVID-19. So we're about to get started. We're in a new month. So in just a couple of minutes, uh, I'm gonna switch over to my ThinkorSwim platform and start analyzing this stuff. I actually meant to say a couple of seconds, not a couple minutes. Damn, MTGS has some big news today. It looks like they got their first order of their surgical test kits. It looks like a Mexican company made their first purchase of 10,000 kits worth $10,000. Wow. So that means it's $1 a kit? Jeez. Huh. Yeah, it looks like that Mexican company bought 10,000 share kits. Um, so those are some big news. Of course, for MTGS, this price is already oversaturated. Uh, so the resistance over here at 299 was a big factor. As you can see, there were some. It was trading already kind of high, already up there in the past. I gotta change the time frame though. Last 5 years to find another resistance. So over here at 448, it's another, or 450. It's another resistance. So boom, right there. Then we have a gap over here. So gaps are usually another section that we always want to keep an eye on, because that means either this gap could get filled or not filled. Over here, we're gonna look at a high of 696. And a low of this one of 840. Oh, oh, 840. So that gives you some perspective. So as we can see, that 450 resistance, it's a big resistance. So pre-market wise, we need to put an alert at 430. I'm putting the alert right there at 430. That's just that, of course, I know. And then of course an alert at 451. So we'll see how that gets traded. Something I created something pretty cool yesterday. It's a ThinkorSwim script. Um, what was it called? What did I name it? Oh, right here. So I have a percent gain goal, and so let's say I want to buy at that 451. 451. So I want to buy it at 451, right? And then my goal percentage is to make, like I've been telling you guys, 10%, and then my losing percentage is 4%. So if basically kind of like my stop loss. So this is kind of like some risk management stuff. So let's say this stock, I buy at 451. I buy it at 451, and then I want to make my 10%. This stock has to go up to 496. Of course, I'm not 100% sure it's gonna make that 496. Um, so, but that this right here tells me right here that my price goal is 10%. I'm gonna count my losses at $4.32 cents. $4.33, I would say, and then my percent goal or my price goal will be 496. So right over here. So this right here are my numbers. So my price goal, again, I'm trying to make 10%. Of course, if you want to bring that percentage down, so you click, you could adjust this. Let's say maybe you want to make 6%. You want to make your goal 6%. So then you would buy at, if you buy it at 451 and you try to make 6% of however many shares you bought, then you could make a total, you have to sell it at 678. So I mean 478. So you buy at 451 and then you want to make a 6% goal, then the stock has to go to 478 for you to make your 6% goal. And boom, this is why I like thinkorswim a lot, because you're able to play a lot with it. So uh, that's something that I created yesterday. Took me a long time for me to create this. So for right now, I'm just gonna hide it and move on forward with the next stocks and see um, what's trending and what's happening with the rest of the world. Any news on OAS? So options. SPI. Oh, we have some news. So SPI announces receipt of notice regarding non-compliance with continuation listing standards. I mean, so it looks like they didn't make Nasdaq's. Um, the SPI didn't make Nasdaq's requirements for a whole 30 days. So they have until December 28th. So they have until December 28th of 2020 to regain their compliance. Otherwise, if they don't make that compliance, they're gonna get kicked out of Nasdaq's uh, index. So this is kind of like bad news for the SPI. I'm not sure why people are why is it getting hyped up. As you can see, they're trying to do something. So they're trying to cheat because this compliance notice, it's that they have to be, I guess, above uh, their share had been below $1 for a period of 30 consecutive days, and I'm guess they must be above that whole dollar. So you got to think about a supply and demand. If they cut out, if there's some news and then they're cutting out the supply, then the demand based on the news is going to increase. Therefore, their price is going to go uh, up a whole dollar. So this is uh, some bogus stuff that they're trying to do. They're trying to cheat the system, or they're probably trying to sell some of the shares to drive the price up. So they're trying to do whatever it takes for them to still be in Nasdaq, because for them it looks good for them to be in the Nasdaq index. Uh, so this this company, if I had the money for it, I would truly short sell it. Um, so this is really some bad stuff that they're doing. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Um, yeah. So to me, this SBI is just a good short sell. Nothing good about this. Let's check out Mark. Top stocks to watch on Friday, May 1st. Nothing. CPE stocks to watch. What is it trading at right now? Set that resistance of 91 cents. 91, right? Yeah, 91 cents. There's no news, so it's not moving. It just has a high volume. See some. Let's see. Press release. Receipt of non-bidding proposal. Ooh. Received non-bidding proposal letter from Gosenberg Kai. So they received a proposal to acquire all of the outstanding shares of the company in a going private transaction for 2 per ADS, or $2 per ordinary share. It's confirmed. Because if that's the case, this is definitely driving the price up. Yeah, that looks like a company bot, but they're making the proposal. And the proposal doesn't mean that it's actually guaranteed. Read the next one before it. Yeah, it looks like somebody's trying to receipt. Oh, it looks like there's a receipt, so it looks like it went. They did do it. 164. Like right in the letter 160. It's already super extended, but they bought it at of $2 per ordinary share. And around $2, there's no there's some resistance. There is some resistance right there at that $2 mark. And another resistance right here around 260. I know it's supposed to be a little bit higher. I like to stick to whole numbers. Yeah, but around that 260 spot is another resistance. So again, same thing here. If we were to play around with this, let's say we get on 160 and you try and make your 10% or your 6%. 161. So this is what it looked like. If you're trying to buy out 161 and you're trying to make 6%, you have to sell it off at, for you to make your 6% goal, you have to sell at 170. Of course, you gotta ask yourself, is that something that's gonna happen? And so again, we just have to wait at that confirmation right there. But based on this price is already super extended from its previous close. It's already a whole dollar up. So that's already getting really, really extended. So that's something I truly wouldn't keep an eye on or expect for it to happen at all whatsoever. Yeah, I truly wouldn't expect for that to happen at all whatsoever. Um, let's hide this again. Stu CPE 30 stocks moving. And I usually don't like to try to trade on Fridays. Of course, if the opportunity is there, I do it, but I usually don't like doing it because usually Fridays is where prices are already getting like super extended. So usually it's like it's basically like the end of the day. It's like end of the week momentum because again the weekend's coming up next. Nothing's gonna happen till Monday, and that's just a long time for like any transactions or anything to happen. So anything that's truly made a stock move and spike up, usually Fridays is where they reach their limit and then they start getting sold off. So Fridays is usually that day where it's only going to be like a little bit of a small gain, and after that there's nothing whatsoever left of that stock. So that's where it starts selling off quickly. um, Yesterday, just a quick review from yesterday, for example. uh, let's just look at this stock right here, UAVS. Check out the 5 minute. So for example right here, so think about this as a Friday. So let's say uh, but theoretically speaking, it's actually not. So this is Thursday and this is Friday. This is what usually happens with a lot of stocks. They pick up momentum for, like, let's say the previous day, even so maybe from Wednesday to Thursday, theoretically speaking, but it's actually not again. So this is Thursday, and then Friday, this is what happens. There's a small spike, there's a gold movement. Again, if you see that opportunity, of course, jump on it. And after that is when everything starts getting sold off slowly, or it can actually still continue for a little bit more. But majority of the time, this is what usually happens. The stock is just trending up, it reaches its limit, and then it gets sold off. And remember, you can always make money too on the downside. It doesn't always have to buy. You don't always have to buy low and sell high. You can also buy high and sell low, which is actually short selling. Um, of course, there's a lot of risk into it because you're borrowing money from a broker, and also too, the minimum that you need for you to trade, for you to short sell is $2,000. It's You don't need that much money for this to happen. You actually, again, you'll need $2,000 for you to short sell a stock. So you don't need $10,000, $25,000 for you to short sell a stock. But of course, short selling does have some risk, and then there's fees too. When you are buying low and then selling high, you're trying to gain some capital gains. There's no fees now on a lot of brokers like TD Ameritrade. Before it used to be $6.95 for you to jump in on a trade, and then $6.95 to jump off of a trade. So that's $13. And what happened is that Robinhood changed the entire game. So because Robinhood did no fees, Charles Schwab was the first one who switched over from having commission fees, to taking away those fees, so zero commission fees. So once Charles Schwab did it, everybody else started following Charles Schwab, and now again, a lot of the major brokers, I'm not sure about E-Trade, Fidelity, or the other ones, and see if they have any commission fees. But again, that's only for buying low and then selling high. But for short selling, there is some fees, again, because you're borrowing not only money, but you also have to borrow shares from that broker for you to um, short sell the stock. So that's a quick little information right there that hopefully you guys get. But again, I'm not seeing a lot of opportunities because, again, usually Fridays is just one of those days where everything is already kind of extended and there's not much left. But again, if we see the opportunity, if I see the opportunity, of course, definitely gonna try to jump on it, try to analyze it, and of course try to get at the right time. Of course, there's no such thing as getting in at the right time, but just getting at the right opportunity. I'm gonna try my best and just analyze it to the best of my knowledge, and of course, trying to make some money out of it. And of course, if I'm losing money, the very first thing I'm gonna do, which I'm gonna follow my number one rule, is cut my losses quickly. I'm not trying to keep uh, averaging down and keep on losing more money. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm gonna cut my loss. I see my losses, I'm gonna cut it away. And of course, when it comes to like making money, I need to have a goal. So always have your goal always have a goal. So if your goal is to make 10%, make your 10% and then ask yourself, um, am I able to make that amount, or am I able to make that amount or no? So we'll check it out right here. So let's say, for example, so the best stock for the day today, oh, not even best stock, it actually looks, again, it's just overly priced already. But let's do, messing up. Let's check out this. We're gonna do show study and try to buy at 451. Try to make my 10%. Press OK. And boom. So again, I'm gonna buy right here at 451, and then try to make my 10%. So this stock has to go again to like 496 for me to make my gain of my 10%. So again, we're just gonna wait and see what opportunities, if there's any opportunities that open up for me, and again, try to make my goal of 6 to 10% and see what happens after that. All right, so 30 seconds left until the market opens. Again, I'm just analyzing more stocks and see what's up with them, if there's any news, no news, what's going on. But we got 15 seconds left and we'll see how today treats us. Boom, there we are. We are live. MDGS. We see a huge volume. We're seeing a lot of huge volume spike. Of course, I was driving the price up. Actually, I'm looking at this at the wrong time frame. Supposed to be looking at over here. Let's do. Boom. All right. Okay, so we have BOR. There. Okay. AMTX 300,000 volume. It's already close to. There's some resistance over here at 90. Around 90 cents. Or CDEV has a huge volume, so this is a good amount of volume right here. Any news? There's no news. So if there's no news, why are you gonna trade it when it's spiking up? That's already oversaturated. AMTX, there you go, it reached that 90-cent mark. Got some resistance right there. Of course, the next resistance is at $1.40. So there it is. MDGS is above a dollar. Here, let's take some away. This. AMTX at 95 cents. At a whole dollar now. Ooh. So again, I'm gonna try to do my analysis. If I were to get on this trade, let's do, what's the high of the day? A dollar. Do $1.06. So MDGS, now it's moving up. Again, if I'm trying to make my 10% on AMTX, it has to reach a high of 112, and there it goes. It looks like it's going to get halted. Nothing is moving. Yep, there it is. It got halted. MDGS past the 430 and the 450 mark. As you can see, a good opportunity right there. It was it sold off, and then it started conciliating, and it's still reconciliating. Now that 450 mark, it's some support. So now we just have to keep an eye on it and see is there any major resistance pre-market. No, it was that 430 mark. That 430 mark would have been a good mark for MDGS, for you to get in on it. Of course I was paying attention to MTX, but there you go, 430, and then we reached at 450. So even getting a 440 or even 450, remember you have to, whatever your percent goal is, 6 to 10%. So let's say you got in at that 430 alert, 432, again 8%, again 6 to 10% is usually my range for me to like stick to it. So you would have made your percent goal right there. So this was a good trade right there. Again, it's just finding those small opportunities. Again, you just have to wait for it to pop, and then once they pop, man, it's take your profits. Don't be selfish. Stick to your goal. Of course, if it keeps on going up, slowly and steady, just sell some of your shares. Let's say you have like 100 shares of it at 430, and of course, let's say theoretically speaking, it goes to like $5, and you're like, oh yes, I'm gonna keep on holding it. No, like sell half of your shares, and then if you see like there's some resistance starts getting created right there at $5. There's like multiple points where $5 gets hit. That means there's some resistance. So if you see the resistance, then it's of course gonna start selling off a little bit, or it could possibly sell off quickly. So it's probably gonna come down to like that 480, and you sell the rest of the 50 shares. That's good day trading right there. That's a good move of you day trading. So again, get some profits in. Don't be selfish and hold the entire thing right away. Especially if it's making like big moves. Again, goes past $5 and it goes up to like 515, and then it crashes really fast. Like something's that can truly happen. Stock can really crash up right away, but of course, um, you can never you never know how fast it can be for it to like sell off. So that's why you always have to have a goal percentage um, on what you want to make. So always um, have a goal, have a risk management. For example, here, like I was telling you, if I get in at $1.06, my goal was my 10% gain or my 6% gain. It's $1.12. And of course, this stock got halted. I know it's gonna keep on turning up because I'm looking at the level 2. This section, this right here is the level 2. So actually, let me put a yellow square around it. So this right here is the level 2. Ooh, let me get a little bit thinner. There you go. That's the level 2 right there. So that's my level 2 right here, this big orange square. So this, I mean yellow square. So this level 2, I'm looking at the this is the buying and this is the selling. So the bid is buy and then the ask is sell. It's because you're asking, it's basically asking how much are you willing to, what's the minimum that you're willing to like sell it. So you ask yourself, what's the lowest that I'm willing to go for me to sell this product or the service. So that's the difference between bid and ask. Bid, buy, so BB, and then boom, there it is. Look at that, $1.17. I would have made my goal. So now let's say you think that it's gonna keep on going up, and look at that. So right there, I would have sold my shares right away because it's getting very volatile. As you can see, there's a lot of resistance right there at $1.24. But there you go, it just broke it off. This was a good opportunity right here with AMTX. So of course the price, look at that. Both resistance that I created right here live at 90 cents, and then that's a second halt right there. So when there's multiple halts in a stock, this is something really dangerous that's gonna happen, because that means halts, it kind of means like gaps. So that's two gaps that it has created. So the first gap was right over here, where it got halted at $1.09. So that was the first gap. Right here is probably going to create another gap. So if the stock keeps on trending up, that means if there's another halt, it's definitely going to fill these gaps down below here. So this stock is very, very volatile. Um, but again, you have to have a good risk management. From the minute that I created this 90 cent resistance, it passed it. I already knew the volume was very, very good, so this stock was already a good trade from the beginning. um, Again, volume was around, what was it, 300,000, or it was like around 96%. And then ever since that 96% mark right here, where it passed 90 cents, the stock just went crazy. So, and then we can look at it right here. um it's like, it says it right over here. So right here it's at 276,000, but before it was around, yeah, it was around 276,000, right before I created this 90 cent mark. And then ever since then, boom, 45%. So again, I had never expected for it to go all the way up there, but of course, with the proper risk management, that would have been a good trade right there. So there we go. AMTX, it's truly the winner for today. Again, the price is already getting very risky. Again, when I was talking about it, I was trying to get in right here at $1.06, um, and then make my 6% goal, which is $1.12. And again, I was trying to sell it over here at $1.17, but it kept on trending up, and then now it's to $1.34, and I'm looking at it at the bid and the ask. Again, it looks like there's some resistance right there at $1.35. So probably when it opens, it's probably gonna spike up a little bit and then probably sell off very quickly. So again, very volatile stock, but a good setup. Again, since I created this a 90-cent resistance, and then I was trying to get in on it over here at $1.06, where I was already kind of getting a little super extended, but still, it was a pretty good, really good setup right here. Really good setup. So if I were to, when I got in at that $1.06, I'm up 25% now. So boom, boom, there it is. Quick spike, like I said, and then it's probably right now gonna sell off very quickly. And look at that, selling off. Because again, like I was telling you guys, when there's gaps, when there's halts, there's little gaps. So these little gaps, and there it is. Now it's gonna get halted once again. So there you go. So as you can see, this gap got filled. Of a green check mark. No green check mark. Let me change. Right here, check mark. That gap got filled. So now we're still pending on this this gap right here to get filled again. So let's see how it does. So again, there's a good opportunity on this stock right here, both in the upside and on the downside. So this was a very good stock, very good. And again, AMTX, um, the reason I popped it up was because it was somewhere over here. I believe if we go back to where I clicked on it, I think it was around 20%. So it opened up at 75 cents. So let's see, I saw it somewhere over here. Yeah, I think it was like 15%. That's where I had seen it. It was up 15%, so it was up here in the list. And I looked at the volume, and the volume was around 2 million. Was around, or was it already close to like 97%? And or yeah, if I'm right, it was around 97%. So I was like, oh, this stock has already or I believe it had a million. I'm not sure. I gotta look back at this live trade. This is why I love doing this live trade stuff, because I'm able to go back and review how some of the stocks that I was talking about. So AMTX. Well, I wish I could actually. Let me go back. I actually know how I'm able to go back over here. Let's see. All right, so I'm looking back at the review. All right, here we go. So AMTX. So right when I clicked on AMTX, it was around 398,000 in volume. It was at 89% from its daily average, and it was trading around 10%, and the price was around 83 cents. Jeez, 83 cents, from 83 cents all the way up to $3. I mean, $1.39, and there it is, trading back again. It's a 66%, 67% gain. Wow. So again, AMTX, as soon as I clicked on it, was 10% up from its open, and it had a volume of 398,000, and then now has a $3.6 million, 3.6 volume. And again, ever since that very first click, it went up 67%. That's what I love about this. This is why I love. This is why I love day trading. Because again, there's a lot of opportunity in the upside, and there's a lot of opportunity in the downside too, right here. And then right here, it's the reason it's moving up is because the people who are short selling it, they're trying to sell their shares. So this is what's gonna happen real quick. It's gonna spike up, right? It's gonna start turning down. The short sellers want to sell off quickly because they think they're gonna reach the bottom. But again, there's no resistance, there's no support, there's literally nothing holding this stock down. So this is just gonna keep on trading down. There's literally nothing whatsoever where the price is at right now. So there's just one direction that this stock is going to be going. And like I was telling you, it had multiple halts. So right here there was a first halt, right here there was a second halt, and then right here there was a third halt. And like I was telling you, usually when those halts happen, they usually get filled. So this one, oh, what is it? There's a huge fat check mark right here, and I'm waiting for this check right here to get filled, so around $1.10. I'm just waiting for it to crash. If it passes below this low over here, which it looks like it is, come on, break it. Looking at the bid on the ask, it looks like there's some support right there, $1.13 and $1.14. This, oh, there it goes. It broke off to $1.12. Gonna break off $1.11. Nope, there's some support right there, $1.13. Oh, there it goes. Boom. There you go. Let me look at the high of this stock. High of 109. So, yep, checking it off. Filled both gaps. Both gaps got filled. So there it is. This was the stock winner of the day. So boom, a lot of potential. Again, when I saw it, 300,000 in volume, and then now it's around 4.7, 4.8 million in the volume, which is 1,000% up. And then from the minute I saw it, and it broke off from this 90 cent mark, it was a 60% gain. So, and not only you can make money in the upside, but you could also make money on the downside, short selling it when it was over here. It like spiked up. I told you as soon as it opens, it's probably gonna spike up a little bit and then sell off very quickly, and that's what happened. So this would have been another 10% gain. So that's a good 50 to 70% gain that you could have made on this stock. Again, there's always opportunity both in the upside and on the downside. And there was no news, but actually there was some news. I didn't see this. Uh, so there was some news. I didn't pay attention to it, to the news. I just pay attention to um, one being part of the pre-market the of the scan when it was around 10%, and then I saw the volume being very uh, it was already very good in the volume. So if I would have seen the news, I would have said I would, as soon as I saw it, I would have traded it right away. But remember, there was multiple halts. There was a halt over here, um, so probably even this gap is probably going to get filled uh, as well. But this was the trade. This was the trade of the day over here. AMTX winner. I don't even think I'm even gonna look at anything else, because again, probably at this point I'm probably missing some opportunity. Um, Look, even MDGS. I had set an alert at 4:30 and an alert at 4:50. It broke both of them, but then I'm pretty sure 100% it was the volume. It was lacking the volume, and then there was this the 7 day and this the 20 day, the 50. So there's no the SMA, and there's no support from it. So I truly don't know what drove it up. Probably besides that contract agreement or that purchase agreement. That first order of 10,000 kits from a purchase from a company from Mexico. Probably some people finally read it, or they probably knew about it, but again, the volume wasn't here, so it sold off and then reconciliated. But there's truly no support whatsoever. Uh, oh, this is one of my stocks. This is a stock that I've been holding for a long time already. MIST. It finally broke off. Where's it at? Where's it at? Yep. Only have a couple of shares of it. So it finally broke off that 350 mark. Uh, the stock was prior. So as you can see, there's a huge gap over here. I'm not expecting it for it to go up to $11, but it finally broke off this gap, MIST, that I've been holding for a long time. It finally broke off that gap, and then now I'm just waiting for me to my and this is the craziest part. My average price per cost on this share is over here at $1.90. Let's see if I'm able to get it. I'm not able to get it exactly. So this could be a 500% gain. And that's at a 357, 359. So far from it, I'm at 90%. Need to buy more shares of it, of course. Of course, my average price is going to be going up, but again, based on this right here, my average price just increased. Of course, because I'm buying up more shares from it. That's perfectly fine. I'm at $3, which what it opened up today. That's perfectly fine. But again, I'm not expecting it, but is there some news about it as well? No news, it's just a healthcare. So from that $3 all the way up to that $11 mark, that's a 360% gain. So there it is. The price is already getting too saturated, and then now it's just selling off. Boom, look how crazy. That sold out very quickly. Yeah, the price gets a little bit too extended, but I'm holding this long term. Because again, there's a huge gap over here again due to the coronavirus. I'm not expecting for it to go all the way up here, but based where it was trading before, there's a lot of support over here around $16. So there's a lot of support right there. And then let me look back a couple more years, and looks like that's it. There's no downtrend. There's literally nothing. So that 16% mark is truly actually. Try to click on it. Why won't let me click? Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. So over here on 15, 1520 actually. Another support right there. No resistance, I mean. But a huge gap over here that, again, once the coronavirus, and this is healthcare. This is pharmaceutical. So any big news too will definitely drive this stock. But this is something I'm holding long term to capitalize on something big. So I'm already up, but I'm holding it until it recuperates. Again, from my average price right now, it's around $3. I can't get this thing right. Right there, boom, $3. And I'm gonna say $11. I'm not even expecting it to be like 11.64 exactly. I'm just gonna say $11. So for me, again, that's gonna be a 266% gain. And then the number of shares that I have, that's gonna be some good good amount of return right there. So the ROI is exponentially good. Look at that. Now it's around $4. $3.95, $3.95, $3.96. Oh, it's gonna break that $4 mark. It looks like there's some resistance right there at $3.95. So let's go back to the intraday. So there was some resistance right there at $3.95, $3.97. So again, we see that it's getting supported by the 20 SMA, the simple moving average, which is the white line. But again, this is a stock that I'm holding long term. So a day trading wise, oh look, going back to AMTX, there was 3 halts. There was a halt right over here. There was a halt right over here, and then there was a halt right over here. And then all 3 gaps got filled. The down gap, so all these 2 got filled, and then this is a gap down. So the up gaps got filled by when it trended down, and the down gap got filled with this huge red bar right here. So multiple opportunities with AMTX. Again, it was the winner for the day. Boom, MIST 416. Are you sure there's some good news? Yes, MIST as well. Look at that. 416 with a volume of 3.8 million. Yeah. $4.27. Like, it cringes me that I don't want to sell like my shares right away. Again, like I was telling you guys, today is Friday, so there it is. There's gonna be a halt on MIST. So there's a halt right there on MIST. Again, halts are not good things for a stock. Halts are truly not a beautiful thing for a stock for it to happen. And But again, MIST is something that I'm holding long term. There's a huge gap over here. Again, I'm not expecting it for it to get filled anytime soon, but the way these uh, moving averages are heading, if I look at them correctly, these moving averages are heading slowly. Actually, let's try to match the color right there. Kind of like a purplish. Oh, let's try with this one. So it's gonna follow this trend right over here, and it's probably gonna slowly start picking up. So same thing with this. These lines again. This is the 200 moving average. So this one is probably gonna do the same thing. And then, but again, I can't predict it, but it's just something that I can see. So, but again, my whole goal is for me to wait until it almost feels like this gap. If you look at this day over here, on March 24th, MIST had a volume of 8 million. For the day, it has a volume of 4 million. So if it reaches such volume for the day, this stock has the potential of going probably all the way up to like $7. Again, I'm not expecting it, but I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it. If even if it goes up to like $7, I'll still take that trade. Because again, I'm not expecting it for it to fill this huge gap, but it is a healthcare. I have to do a little more research on MIST, check out their finances, because before this coronavirus happened, again, this stock didn't have any signals of downtrending. Uh, it first opened up, it first went public back in 2019. Uh, um, May 9th. So it's just a couple days ago. It's just a couple of days away from its 1 year mark, and of course, they definitely didn't go public at the right time, because not even less than a year later, they got hit with this coronavirus. But again, a lot of people are gonna want to take care of their health. So pharmaceuticals, healthcares, everybody's gonna want to take care of the health. And look at AMXT. Jeez, it broke off $1.40 again. Oh my god. So there, again, I was doing it just a couple minutes ago. I was drawing out the gaps. AMXT, the big news about it. There is some news about it. Um, so it did something with, it delivered a carbon dioxide undersupply deal. So there was a deal. Deals and contracts are always good, but I popped in right here at 6:30, 6:31, when this stock was around, had a volume of 300,000, and uh, it was only around 10% from the market open. Now it's up 83%. Jeez. So today, again, Fridays is a good day. Like I was telling you, there's a lot of potentials, but remember, all these stocks are going to be getting moved up, because usually Fridays is the day where um, Fridays is the day where you where prices just keep on fluctuating up. Is usually the last day of the week, so all these stocks get pumped up to the max that they can, and of course, as we can see, both AMXT and MIST, great potentials, great opportunities. Um, Again, MIST, I'm holding long term because of this gap over here. It's filling up the gap. It's about to hit a 1 year mark, and then people still want MIST for it to like keep on going up, I guess. But again, AMTX and MIST, both great opportunities for me as an investor and as a day trader, because again, MIST was a good day trade, and then AMTX a good day trade, and then MIST was a good investor trade. Of course, right now it's gonna crash. It's probably gonna crash really hard, as a matter of fact. But let's see where all this goes. All right, so there's just 8 minutes left for me to go on live. Good trade for me today. There's a lot of opportunity. Looks like another opportunity with CAPR. This stock was trading very good a couple days ago. uh, um, and of course, MIST with a volume of 7 million. Let's look at this chart. It's almost close to getting, what was it, 8 million, which is very good. It should definitely, it's still a long day, so to be honest, I got a feeling this stock is gonna reach a volume of probably 14 million. That's probably even the least. It's only 7:22 Pacific Standard Time, 10:23 Eastern Standard Time now. So there's still a long way um, for this to go, and yeah, it's just there's still just a long way for uh, this stock to go. So it's definitely gonna reach a high percentage volume today. It's just truly exponentially good. So we'll see where the rest of it is, but I'm only gonna be live for the next 7 minutes. The winners for today. Yeah, let me do this one. AMTX and uh, here. So we'll keep an eye on these two. We'll do both of them. 5 minutes. All right, so I'll leave it like that for the next 6 minutes. But again, that's it for me trading today. Again, it's Friday. A lot of great pretensions, and like I had told y'all, um, the prices usually gonna on Fridays usually spike up, and then probably for the rest of the day they sell off. We'll see if that's the case for all these stocks over here. Um, for all these stocks over here, hence AMTX, which is a good winner, and then MIST, who's another great winner. So I'm gonna leave on the live for the next 5 minutes. Um, I'm I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat and see if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, but anything. Today, Friday, May 1st, first day of the month, was very good already. So I'll see you guys. Actually, I'll probably see you guys this. I'll talk to you guys this weekend. I'm actually gonna create more content, trading strategies, um, some book recommendations, so that way you guys can start picking up some knowledge, because we're getting into the days where the stock market is actually gonna start slowing down a lot. Especially with this coronavirus, is definitely gonna slow down dramatically. Um, So this is probably gonna be. I'm gonna head over to my third year of day trading, third year of investing, um, at the end of the year. So I definitely have had a lot of experience, and with this market the way it is now, I definitely have experienced a lot, learned a lot. So right now on these slow days, it's usually the days that you have to are the days that you have to take advantage of the most, because you're never going to get another experience like this. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll never have to go through an experience like this this summer. The last 2 summers were a whole different thing, but I know that for sure this summer with day trading and investing is definitely going to be very different than usual. And yeah, so definitely, I'm definitely going to talk to you guys this weekend. Gonna create more content to provide you as much knowledge as I can, um, some tips and strategies, some recommendations. Again, the whole 120 yards. I'm not gonna stick to 100 yards. That's just being average. Again, we want to go beyond, so that way we can become different, uh, a different type of day trader, a next level day trader. So I'm definitely gonna talk to you guys this weekend, again, with more content to help you guys out as much as I can. Any questions, comments, concerns, recommendations, anything you guys, any topics or anything you guys recommend, let me know. I already have a good list of 72 topics, so just be patient. That's another key thing about trading and investing is patience. Patience is definitely going to take you out, takes you a long way when it comes to this stuff. So be very patient. As again, I already have a list. I think I have a list right here. Boom, my day trading topics. So I have all of these topics over here already made for you guys. Like I said, that's why I'm gonna see you this weekend, because I have this huge list of topics over here. So again, last time I counted it, it was 72, um, 72 topics. So definitely a lot of topics that I'm gonna be trading about, but still comment down any topics you guys want me to talk about. But again, if it's part of the list, of course, I'm gonna let you know. Is be patient. Is part of my list. That's the way I'm gonna reply. So again, just be patient. But I'll see you guys this weekend. Again, T-minus 2 minutes left for me to shut down the live. And again, just to recap, today's winners for both day trading and again possibly long-term investments are both AMTX and MIST, which I'm gonna leave live for the next minute or so. So again, you guys let me know, and I'll talk to you guys this weekend.